Hi guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. My name is Sammy. If you're new, please don't forget to subscribe and join the family. I hate being horrible at things, and that's usually what happens when you start a task for the first time, or you pick up a habit, or maybe even a new passion that you may have discovered that you're in need of pursuing. Because I strongly believe that everything that we pursue is tied to our identity, right? And creativity is born from intuition, so trusting yourself to take that leap is often hard because we have somewhat a subconscious fear of failing. As fun as it is to have the freedom to create based off of what you feel and express through your art, it can also be the limiting factor because if you do not trust yourself and you do not trust your instincts to do so, you find yourself in a space where you can't really go as far as you'd like to go in terms of what you're creating, because you are constantly thinking about what will people think of this. But the success of a project isn't the reception of it, it's the scratching of the itch that you've had since this idea came to you. I came across a statement that fear is the belief in the things we do not want. It is giving power to the things that can't physically limit you, that exist in your mind. And we all do it. I do it all the time. That's why my YouTube channel is literally like every video is a couple of months apart. It's simply because we fear the outcome not being what we intended it when we started the project. That's literally every video that I've made. It doesn't come out the way that I pictured in my head, but I'm learning that redirection is not a bad thing. It became what it is meant to become because it has a purpose. Its purpose precedes what I can fathom. I'm given these gifts to serve and also to express my journey. They serve me, and in return, I serve with them as obedience to the Almighty. God gave us these gifts to serve each other. When I was reading The Artist's Way, I came across the statement that God has given us these gifts, and our service with these gifts are a gift back to Him. Now I'm paraphrasing because obviously I don't remember it exactly, but who we are as individuals is important because it guides our creativity, right? Identity is tied to our craft. I sing. If you haven't listened to Shab, go stream it, please. I sing. But in my experience with interacting with my gift, I interact with myself. I am reflecting back to my own experiences, but more so, I am expressing emotions within myself I didn't know existed. There's a beautiful video that Monica Armandez made about us as creatives consuming more than we create, or just consuming rather than creating. She speaks on the fact that we limit ourselves through making excuses for what we are meant to do, and in that we fail to achieve the things that we want to achieve because we are prolonging the process, because we are not acting on it. And she speaks on how the people that we see as bitter people that hate on other people have internalized anger towards themselves and now projecting onto everyone because they didn't do the things that they said they were gonna do and failed themselves. Beautiful song by Infinity Song called Haters Anthem, which speaks from a perspective of someone who's bitter, who sits there pointing fingers at everybody but not living their life because they are so comfortable in their comfort zone. And one can think that, oh well, they have the power to do that, to change and become something outside of what they've become because of their own internalized emotions. But it's harder to start because we know we're going to suck at things. We know subconsciously that we're going to fuck up this thing at our first attempt, but it's usually it's not written in the stars that it's going to be a mess. The beauty of failing is rediscovering. In our failure, we learn. In our failure, we discover. In our failure, we find ourselves. And our fear to lean into creating because we're going to fail at this video is not going to come out like the best video I've ever seen on YouTube. but it's gonna come out as something great. 2020, I came across a video by Montel Fish. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm chronically online. Forgive me. But I am always learning through all these different people that I come across. But Montel Fish was talking about how our gifts are, yes, they are for us, but more than anything, they serve a bigger purpose because they are going to help other people. And I started to think about all the people that have helped me. Failure is not the enemy. The enemy is no action. Having ideas and not executing them is you basically sitting there and piling things up. And eventually you're going to look at yourself and realize that you are the only person that's in your way. Your attempts and failures at something that you want to be great at speak so much more than just the one-time success that you can't revisit because you can't redo because you didn't learn anything from it. It is necessary that our creativity fluctuates, that some days when I try to sing, it's giving, yay, but sometimes I sound like Cynthia Erivo. Okay, sometimes I'm a superstar. Actually, I don't sound like Cynthia Erivo, but you know, one can only hope. Every part of the creative process is needed. Move. Please take the steps that you need to take. Love yourself enough to become the person that you want to become. Love yourself enough to take the steps that are required for you to be the artist that you are or the person that you want to become. You don't need to be perfect the first time. You need to be yourself. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share. Join the fam. I know that I'm inconsistent, but I'll come back to this video every day if I must, for me to do the things that I need to do, because genuinely I feel called for this. And we allow these imaginary thoughts your journey is unique to you. Now, thank you to everybody who's watched and has continued to watch my videos.